Some friends we meet here on earth, and some have been with our souls since before we arrived. That is what my connection with Alina felt like. A love beyond blood, beyond words, beyond lifetimes. She's my dearest friend, my soul sister, the one I love more than my siblings, second only to my daughters and my parents. And Alina loved me the same way, beyond blood, beyond everything. She trusted me fully and stood by me like an angel, especially in the hardest chapter of my life, when I became a single mother. When there was no one else, she and one other friend in Canada walked with me step by step, holding me when I felt I could not stand. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Light Beneath Layers, a journey of knowing thyself. Alina and I met in 2003, and over the years, our bond only grew stronger. In 2023, she was living in Romania, her motherland, while I was in Toronto, holding her life and memories in my hands as I helped her sell her condo. Though ocean separated us, our hearts were as intertwined as ever. Alina and I have always been two strong personalities. We loved each other deeply, yet sometimes we collide in ways only two powerful souls can. She could be sharp, impatient, and demanding, especially with those she loved most, me, her parents, and her sister. Her harsher side emerged as she battled cancer, which made her at times tough or fiery. Even so, beneath all that, she was still my angel, the woman who loved me unconditionally and had carried me through my storms. Her words could be ruthless, and I would feel a deep sting that only love can create. The truth is, people we can walk away from do not give us this kind of pain. They may trigger us, but they cannot touch the depth of our hearts. Pain this deep comes only from those we love so much that leaving them is never an option. I remember standing in her condo surrounded by her entire life in boxes. She had kept everything, every hairpin, every piece of paper, every little thing she ever bought. As I sifted through each item, I saw the silent story of her life. Unfinished walls, patches covering cracks, closets full of things that no longer held meaning. It mirrored the unspoken pain she carried, the wounds she could not face, the healing she postponed, the feelings of failure she had once whispered to me. Even across countries, she would call almost every day, and I could feel her heart ache through the phone. That day, standing in the middle of her condo, I had an aha moment about life. We buy so much, we hold on to so much, and in the end, none of it matters. When our time comes, what remains is not the stuff, but the love we gave, the lessons we shared, and the impact we made on the hearts of those who knew us. Alina's greatest gift to me was the lesson of compassion. True compassion, I learned, is taking yourself completely out of the equation and seeing life through the other person's eyes. Before, when she was harsh or impatient with me, I would take it personally and silently try to be the better one. But with time and inner work, I realized she was expressing her pain, her fear, and her unfulfilled dreams. She she felt safe enough with me to let her vulnerability show, even when it came out as fire. Her soul was giving me the chance to practice the hardest virtue of all, unconditional love. This was not an easy journey. I worked with my coach every single day to see my own patterns. I saw how often I wanted to control outcomes, to be right, to get people to see life from my point of view. But Alina was living mirror. She showed me that real evolution is in letting go of that need of control. It is in sitting quietly, observing my emotions, and allowing the other person to simply be. No correcting, no judging, just love. As my awareness grew, something shifted inside me. I could clean her condo, face my irritation, and handle her long distance instructions with a calmer heart. I began to see her not as my best friend, but as a masterful soul who chose a difficult life to teach me the lessons I came here to learn. Her journey of pain and my journey of loving her through it became my spiritual training in compassion and acceptance. Soul pain comes only when you love someone so deeply that you cannot and will not leave, no matter how hard it gets. That pain is not a punishment, it is an invitation to expand into unconditional love. Today, when I think of Alina, I feel gratitude above all else. Her soul gave me a mirror to see myself, to heal, to soften, and to grow. I learned that love is not about fixing or judging. It is about allowing, accepting, and holding space for another soul exactly as they are. And that, to me, is the highest form of love. So, if you have someone in your life who gives you both joy and pain, know this. They might be the soul came to help you grow. Their presence is a divine opportunity to rise into more compassion, more love, and more freedom. Because in the end, what remains is not the stuff, the fights or the misunderstanding. It is the love we gave and the lessons our souls carry. Thank you for listening, and remember, every reflection, no matter how uncomfortable, is an invitation to return home to yourself. Thank you for being here. I upload new healing stories every Monday to Friday. See you in the next story.